My grandmother and her sisters inspired this. Everyone that I know who's a black woman and or a brown woman, really, when you go to their house, the first thing they want to do is feed you. They ask you, are you hungry? And, they feed you, and they know if you lost everything, they'll tell you to go in a room and pick you out some things because, they know that you need them, right? So community restoration sites are just that. People get to come eat. They get supplies, they get to shop, they get to, pick them up themselves. They don't feel like, they're not humans. I want everybody to feel like they're adults and humans through this entire process because I know they lost everything. So this is a complete volunteer effort. So everybody that helps out is a volunteer. In each restoration site, there's also a sanctuary, so places where people can get healing. So we make sure that they sleep in a bed and that they have food. All the resources that we provide them is based off of the donations and stuff that people give us. So we don't have the money to do this without people. So people giving and providing us allows us to provide for more people. We pay for hotel rooms, Airbnbs. A lot of the food is donated, so we don't have to pay for that. But supplies, transportation, people don't have cars, so we use Uber. And then being able to have community, right? So these sites were created to create community, for people to feel like they are part of something while they're going through this process and they're not out here by themselves is also the reason why we created the sites the way that they do too.
We know from our past efforts and then also from past disasters in the U.S. that traditionally black and brown homes and families and people that are poor are the last to be evacuated, the most impacted when it comes to in terms of how much they've lost and their ability to recoup from that. So we made that our focus. And really the effort was led and the brainchild of Fatima. Originally we started just wanting to ship supplies down to affected areas like Houston, Belmont, and Port Arthur. And from that, we started needing to evacuate people because people were not being reached by the Red Cross. People were contacting us in need of desperate aid. So we started organizing shipments to go in with not only supplies, but boats, canoes to evac people. So what Fatima came up with was what you see here, which is a community restoration site where people are able to come in. We bring busloads of people here. They're able to be provided food, supplies, and then we accommodate them with a bed. So FEMA has a program in which they allow people, if they've been approved for the program, they pay for their stay in a hotel for an extended amount of time. We have been getting people, we've had FEMA on site, making sure people can get into this program as soon as possible. But in the interim, when their applications are being processed, we actually provide out of pocket. We pay for their hotel so they do not have to go to a shelter and they don't have to sleep on a cot. And I think that's really important. If people are able and have access to a bed, why not provide them with a bed? If you've lost everything, you've lost your home, you've lost your family memories, you've lost everything, if we have the capacity to get you into a bed, that's the very least that we can do. So that's kind of creating a system in which the person is seen as a person first and not just as an issue that we have to store and house until we can ship them back. Making sure that the first questions that we ask them is if they've been fed, if they have clean clothes, and not, hey, can you fill out this paperwork? Treating them like humans because that's what they deserve, especially in this time, because that's what I think anybody would want to happen to them.